Ooh, welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel. What y'all doing out there? Yes. Let's talk, man. What time is it? It is roughly around 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right. I got some free time on my hand. So I figured I'd chop it up with you guys. What y'all doing out there? Now, y'all saw the title of the video, right? Correct. Y'all see that? I got a different setup here. All right. I can do on my break. All right. And yeah, yeah, I'm still waiting on some approval. So until I get them, I'm gonna chop it up with my subscribers, man. Look, I get questions all the time over on Facebook, right? I got a lot of friends over there, Facebook, Instagram, the other platforms, not just YouTube. I know YouTube is large, huge, but yeah, I got some more uh, groups I'm in that they own Ram, Dodge, Chrysler product. All right, good for them. All right. Now, this one in particular, I'm a member of the Ram chat room over there, and they always got issues, not issues, they always got concern about the transmission on the new Rams. All right, mostly all the Rams, I want to say from 2011 and up, 13 maybe, equipped with the ZF 8 HP transmission. All right, the rear wheel drive one, ZF sublet out, or they license out to Chrysler. And the talk always, the chatter is always, should we service this? Does it really feel for life? Should we not change the fluid? All right. So from time to time, I'll go over there and I see stuff like this. So let's do this. My guy Diamonds DRMC got a concern. We just crossed 100,000 miles on a 2020 Ram. It has no e-torque. He want to know, should he change the transmission fluid or no? All right, just turned 100K. That, my friend, is a real good time to do your transmission service. And guys, please note what I mean by transmission service. I'm talking replacing the filter and the fluid. The unique thing about this ZF 8 HP transmission is the fluid is integrated into the pan. So you will be forced to get a pan in order to get a fluid, unless you got the steel pan. The steel pan is for off-roading, the Jeep Wranglers and things like that. You can replace that filter separately. All right. But for those that have the plastic pan, it comes together. For now, they might change that in the future. So I want to hear some of the chatter that go on in these rooms as far as what people are suggesting, because it's just that it's opinionated based. All right, like Rich, yikes! I certainly would do it yourself. Drop the pan, filter, refill, get good instructions as refill is quite processed. Yes, guys, I just did one of these. Let me tell you something. The customer actually came in and said, "I want my transmission flush." All right, I'm against flush. We don't do flush. Don't you change the fluid and filter everything? No, on every 30K is a little excessive on this particular transmission. This is a computer control transmission. All right, meaning the computer controls it, right? But for the most part, the fluid are a lot better than in the past. Okay, this ZF fluid, yeah, 30K is a little excessive. The corporation that designed the transmission, ZF, they suggest between, I don't know, 60 and 80. All right. I'm a 100,000 mile guy myself, simply because I have done them at 60 and 80, and I saw no change in the fluid. I don't see a lot of breakdown in the pan, meaning clutches wearing out and torque converter clutches coming apart. Because so I moved my recommendations up to 100, which is this guy's concern right here. All right, did my 22.8 speed ZF twice already. This guy here, Rich, do his in every 40,000 miles. He must really want that transmission to last the life of his, the life of his vehicle. But that's his suggestion. Jason, I wanted mine done 2019 Classic with the Hemi. Dealer actually didn't want to do it. Man, every shop out there that's not doing these are doing themselves a disservice. Not only is it good maintenance, easy maintenance, it's also easy, or it also makes sense, right? You should do it. It's a look, all maintenance are created to help prevent a major problem. Servicing your transmission will do just that. All right. Now, don't come running to a shop asking for a transmission service if you got problem, because the problem will not be addressed on a transmission service unless it's you're repairing a leak. Unless you low on fluid and a service will render your fluid level back to specs, then yeah. But other than that, Yeah, don't wait till it's too late to go get your service. But this guy said a dealer actually didn't want to do it. Would have needed a new pan to change filter. They say. So what? I mean, that they reasoning for not doing it. I don't play those games. In fact, I just did one yesterday. I'm gonna edit that footage and upload it to you guys. You DIYers, y'all. I like y'all, man. Y'all, yeah. Hey, it's easy as hell. It was on a Ram 1500 too. I'm gonna show you the field process that I went through. Okay, as far as draining it, some pans have a drain plug on them, some don't. But you'll see when I get ready when I edit this video. I've got 191,000 on my 2020 Ram and haven't changed training fluid or spark plug. All right, this guy, I don't know what he's suggesting here. Maybe he's suggesting that you don't do it. He was able to go almost 200,000 miles without doing the plugs or the transmission. There are some vehicles out there that will get you to that point. Does that mean it's okay to intentionally get to that point? Yeah, I mean, good for you, Jimmy. Okay, spark plugs, I definitely would do. I think on a Hemi, those are 100,000 mile spark plug. If it's a 360, 100,000 mile spark plug. I'm not sure on the Hemi, but if you got 191,000 out of your transmission without touching it, kudos to you, man. Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about people like that. Hey, keep on trucking. The training is only 8,000. That's not to say he's going to destroy his transmission because he don't do it. The thing about a transmission service, guys, is this: the goal is to get to that filter. The filter has debris in it, normal wear and tear debris. Okay, so the goal is to get to that and take it out and put in a new filter. The last thing you want is for debris to recirculate back into your transmission. All right, you don't want that. So hence the term doing a transmission service. All right, now, so my dude here Jimmy got away with 190,000 miles. Kudos to you. I went 207,000 miles and never changed it. Traded the truck in. Transmission and truck was still running great. Okay, so people like this, I guess they advocating to leave it alone. To each his own, bro. I don't change the fluid. Let me go to the comment section. I don't change the fluid and filter every 30,000 miles. Don't you? Oh, don't you change it? Yeah, we discussed that. That's too often on this ZF transmission, my guy. The dealership flushed the trans on my 14 town and country 3.6. Should I go somewhere and do the pan? That's the thing. With a flush, you're not doing anything but changing fluid. You're flushing out old fluid and going in with new fluid. What is the goal behind that? I mean, what is the accomplishment behind that? The goal is to get to that filter and replace that filter, guy. Yes, I will go somewhere and get that filter replaced. 191K, good Lord. Yeah. Kudos to that dude, man. I don't know if he's bragging or there's 100K on it. Okay. 260 on 2019 Pacifica trans. The Pacificas are all equipped with the 948 TE transmission. That's a ZF transmission as well. There's no service interval for those because the transmission the filter is on top of the transmission, meaning the whole transmission got to come out to properly service that. So you only limit it to drain and refill on a Pacifica or 948 TE. Okay, we hadn't done a full transmission flush in a while. Silverado, should I flush it or drain it? What do you mean by in a while? What's the mileage? Okay, guys, hear me out for a second. I was mad. Hear me out for a second. As far as you haven't done it in a while and you now have high mileage, all right? The thing about that is it becomes more and more risky by doing your transmission service if you've never had it done and you now have high mileage. It's risky. Yeah, you heard it from me. It is extremely risky. So do that at your own risk. Now, y'all heard the saying as to why you shouldn't do it. So I'm not going to get into that. But yes, it's risky. I leave all high mileage transmission service customers of mine. I educate them on the risk because there's a risk. You could, for all intents and purposes, destroy your transmission by servicing it too late. The thing is, you don't want to mix new fluid with that extremely old fluid. Yeah, so be careful doing that. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. I got a spare trans ready because of that. Would have serviced it if possible. Yeah, it's not possible on the 948T. 130 mile and the last flush was 50K. He's saying flush. What do you mean? They hooked up a machine and flushed the old fluid out and went in with new fluid. Okay, cool. I'm not no big fan of flush. I'm sure y'all know that if you watch me long enough. So But that's all I have on this, man. I'm gonna wrap this up. Is that Bigfoot behind you? No. What is that? Oh, that's an old model. That's that Caravan I'm getting ready to work on. That's an older model. That's got a 3.3 and a 3.8 in it. I got some tune-up stuff to do. I did a shorts video on it, so look for it. All right. I'm live right now. Guys, I'm gonna take another question off my Facebook channel. So if you live, stay by your computer because I'm finna start another live. All right. I'm gonna do this about 3-4 times a day. All right, I gotta go.